Hello and welcome to In Simple Terms with Satish. Last week, the US House voted 308 to 117 to pass the Sunshine Protection Act, a bill that would make daylight saving time permanent. It is not law yet. The Senate and the President still matter. But it gives us a perfect question. If a country can vote to change the clock, what exactly is time? And how do billions of machines agree on it? For humans, the debate sounds simple. Should we stop changing clocks twice a year? Should winter evenings have more daylight? Should winter mornings be darker? But for computers, this is not just a wall clock question. It is a layered engineering problem. First, there is physical time. A second needs a definition. Modern official time does not depend on a pendulum, a wristwatch, or someone's opinion. The SI second is tied to a fixed frequency of the cesium-133 atom, 9,192,631,770 cycles per second. That is the physics layer. Then there is world time. No single clock owns it. National labs run groups of atomic clocks, compare them, and contribute timing data. BIPM, the International Bureau of Weights and Measures, uses that data to compute UTC, Coordinated Universal Time. Think of UTC as the world's reference timeline. Then there is local time. This is where daylight saving enters. New York local time is not the same thing as UTC. It is UTC plus a time zone rule. In winter, New York is normally UTC minus 5 hours. During daylight saving time, it is UTC minus 4 hours. So a law does not change the atomic second. It changes the rule for how a place labels that second on the clock. That difference is huge for software. Your calendar may say a meeting is at 9 AM in New York. A server may store the actual instant closer to UTC. Your phone then converts that instant back into local time using time zone rules. If the law changes, operating systems, browsers, databases, airlines, banks, and calendar apps need updated time zone data. Otherwise, a meeting, flight, payroll job, or reminder can appear 1 hour wrong. Now comes the distribution problem. Your laptop and phone contain local clocks, and local clocks drift. So machines ask trusted time sources. On the internet, the common tool is NTP, the Network Time Protocol. NTP sends timestamps, measures round-trip delay, estimates clock offset, and gradually steers the local clock. It is not just asking what time is it. It is asking, given network delay, what time is it probably now? GPS is also a timing system. Each GPS satellite carries atomic clocks and sends precise timing signals. A receiver uses timing to estimate distance. Here is the wow part. Light travels about 300 meters in 1 microsecond. So tiny timing errors can become large location errors. That is why time is deeply connected to maps, telecom, banking, power grids, and databases. There is one more awkward layer. Earth rotation is not perfectly smooth. Atomic time is steady, but civil time has historically used leap seconds to stay close to Earth's rotation. As of IERS Bulletin C on July 6, 2026, no leap second will be introduced at the end of December 2026, and UTC minus International Atomic Time remains negative 37 seconds. The exact number is less important than the lesson. Time in software is physics plus coordination plus policy. In simple terms, a clock on your screen is not just a clock. It is the final display of a global agreement. Atoms define the second, labs help maintain UTC, satellites, networks, and servers distribute it. Time zone databases translate it into local human life, and software uses it to decide order, trust, schedules, and evidence. So when Congress debates daylight saving time, it is not changing time itself. It is changing one layer of the naming system humans use on top of time. Machines still need the deeper agreement underneath. The best mental model is this. UTC is the timeline, a time zone is the label, and every reliable machine has to know both. If this helped you understand the topic in simple terms, follow or subscribe to In Simple Terms with Satish and share this episode with one friend who likes technology. I will see you in the next episode.